Hello everyone and welcome to Cricket World TV live from now. There's been no international cricket today, but it does get underway tomorrow and we'll be looking back at the weekend's action as well. JP joins me again. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here as ever.
Yeah, and a lot of cricket to talk about. Now, first of all, let's go off to South Africa again, shall we? Port Elizabeth and England up in the series now.
Off to South Africa sounds a very good idea. December has brought a bit of a chill here in the UK. We'll carry on regardless. Yes, absolutely. England now 2-1 up in the 5-match series. They can't be beaten, and that came courtesy of a very impressive 7-wicket win in the 4th match in Port Elizabeth on Sunday. With South Africa bowled out for 119, England reached 121 for 3. James Anderson 5 for 23, very, very impressive. His maiden 5-wicket haul in one-day international cricket. And Jonathan Trott, what a start to his career in international cricket. He's had 52 not out, guiding England home.
Best way for him to sort of silence the crowd, isn't it, really, to score runs out on the pitch and take England into an unassailable lead.
A little bit like Kevin Peterson 4 years ago, and the crowd really were sort of after him a bit more than they are after Trott, so to speak, but he really has done very, very well. Very, very impressive, as I say.
And not really a bad wicket, so 119 really was underperforming by South Africa.
And they won the toss and chose to bat first after they batted so well up at Cape Town, thrashing England by a huge margin, but England really showed, I think, a lot of character to put that behind them and just focus on the new game, new day, and really put in a performance.
I think Andrew Flood will be quite pleased, really, because they've been trying to get rid of this inconsistent tag, haven't they? They're almost in the New Zealand bracket now, but they move on and they're 2-1 up in the series. And
they move on to Durban on Friday for the 5th and final game. South Africa, the best they can do is tie the series. England could win 3-1, and that would be a very, very impressive. With a lot of sides, but it really has been very impressive, and it would be a good performance if they could do that.
Okay, well, from South Africa we're going to head a little bit further south now to New Zealand and Australia, and how do they get on there?
Staying where it's warm, a couple of test matches concluded over the weekend. New Zealand beat Pakistan by 32 runs, so they'll be pretty pleased with that, but that's been tempered by the news that Shane Bond is out of the remainder of the series. He's got an abdominal tear, sounds pretty painful, but he is expected to be back to face Australia and Bangladesh later on in the year, so that's a modicum of good news, I suppose. And crossing the Tasman Sea, Australia thrashed the West Indies by an innings and 65 runs in the first test in Brisbane, but there was a wonderful century on debut by the 19-year-old Adrian Barat. Keep an eye out for that name, he's going to be a star of the future, or star of now, I suppose. Wonderful century from him, but they really do have a lot of work to do. The bad news, well, a couple of injuries for both teams. Ben Hilfenhaus is out for Australia, Jerome Taylor's on his way back home, but Ramir Sarwan should be fit for Adelaide. That starts on Friday as well. So
West Indies, of course, you know, still probably coming off the tail end of all the troubles they've had, and looking to move forward and really try and be a force once again in world cricket.
It's going to take time, because they're going to lose Chanderpaul, Sarwan, Gales in the next maybe 5 or 6 years, but there is promise. The likes of Adrian Barat, Dwayne Bravo, his brother Darren, there is some talent there, it's just how they harness it.
I think John Buchanan this week's been coming out sort of saying that the ICC really should step in and save West Indies cricket, because he feels that without them, you know, cricket the world cricket will be a poorer place.
Difficult, so what they can do, you can't sort of just offer them, here's a couple of, maybe Brad Hodge could become a West Indies. He's also retired from first class cricket, not very happy with the fact that he's only given 6 test caps. I'm not quite sure what the ICC can do to help matters. Obviously they have got their best team out, and if they're no good, that's sport sometimes. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough.
But sometimes they give a chance, as you just mentioned there, 100 on debut from Barat, and really a name for the future, so good luck to him.
Absolutely, we'll be monitoring his progress.
Brilliant, okay, well that's South Africa, New Zealand and Australia, and now we've got India just for the moment, and a big game to get to. Absolutely,
the 3rd and final test in Mumbai, the series beautifully poised, India 1-0 up. They really want to win, obviously, want to win at home. And just to run through what happened in the previous test. Ahmedabad, the first game was a draw, and then India really dominated the second test in Kanpur to win by innings and 144 runs. They'll be keen to carry on the momentum.
Okay, well, any team changes there that we should know about?
One each. We understand that Ajanta Mendis won't be playing for Sri Lanka, so they may well bring back Rangal Nehru or go for an extra pace bowler. And for India, Gautam Gambhir will not play. He's attending his sister's wedding. We expect Murali Vijay to come in at the top of the order alongside Narendra Sehwag.
Okay, well, fantastic. Any thoughts or predictions of the upcoming matches?
I'm going to stick with my draw that I went for last week. I think India will probably, I'm not going to predict who's going to win the toss. I think if India get a chance, they will just play it safe, and they are on, all of their batsmen are in top form. I think they're just going to almost bat Sri Lanka out of the game. I think Sri Lanka will perform a little bit better than they did in Kanpur. But what about you, Jim? What are you going?
Well, I'm still looking for their first win, aren't they, in India?
That's right.
And I keep thinking they are going to do it. So fingers crossed for Sri Lanka, and we might yet see a result.
Good stuff. And the other milestone, of course, is India. If they were to win, they would go top of the Test rankings.
Yeah, very interesting, isn't it? So see how things have
amazing
sort of
how
changed
teams are so close.
South Africa last year or so.
The top of the moment.
Okay, well, as we can hear, a busy time there, and we look forward to reporting back and you being with us again here on Cricket World TV.